Hello, 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 and welcome to the Boost podcast. My name is Alison Sawajka. I'm your vibrant hostess. You know what, guys? I don't know if I should be welcoming you back to the Boost podcast or if you guys should be welcoming me back to the Boost podcast because your girl's been gone for more than a minute. Your girl's been gone for like a minute, 10 seconds. But I'm Burke now. I'm Burke, baby. I'm Burke. So yeah, I feel like I owe my devoted listeners an explanation of where I disappeared to. But before I get into all of that, I just want to say thank you to the Boost podcast team for pushing me to record again and putting me in a corner to record again. Thank you to Tanya Radzwa for the revamped art. Okay, it's not a big thing that was revamped, but it's a big thing to me. So thank you, Tanya. She added the Apple Podcast icon to the art. So you guys know that you can find this podcast on Apple Podcast as well. You can find it everywhere. We everywhere, baby. We out here. So thank you so much, Tanya, for that. And also, so important, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who checked on me during the time that I disappeared. And everybody who was asking, when are we hearing the next episode? Thank you guys so much. It made me feel like someone's actually listening. You know, if you're a content creator, you know, sometimes you don't know if people are actually listening or like, is anybody there? Hello, is anybody there? You know, but like when people actually realize that you're missing, then you know that people are listening, you know. And quite a number of you were asking me, when's the next episode coming? Why haven't you released an episode? What's going on? And thank you so much, because that put pressure. You guys were applying pressure for me to get out of my little funk and record. So this one's for you guys. All of them are for you guys. So thank you everybody for checking on me. Thank you everybody for pushing me. And we're back. We're back with an interesting episode. The title of this episode is I Got Rejected by My Crush. And it is actually what it is, you know. So that's what our story time today is going to be about. But like I said, I feel like I owe my devoted listeners an explanation. So first of all, at the time of the recording of my last episode, I was in exam season. In my uni, exams last for 7 weeks. The books, they were frying me. The school, it was frying me. The sun, because it was summertime, it was frying me. Everything was frying me, and I could not balance it. And I think that that's part of navigating your 20s or navigating uni. Sometimes you just genuinely can't balance everything, and I think that's okay as long as you learn to balance everything in the end. And I think that now's that time for me. But at that time, the books were doing goch with me. And so after exam season, I took a week break. I didn't take a break, actually. After exam season, I went to the hospital to do my practice. And I was in the department of surgery. I don't know if I want to become a surgeon, though. I love here we go again. Obstetrics. I love obstetrics and I love it so much, but I can't pronounce it sometimes. I don't know what happens. My brain just, I have brain fart basically. But yeah, I love gynecology and obstetrics. So if I am to specialize, I'm most likely to go that direction, not surgery. So I was in the department of surgery. Oh my God, we were working. When I would speak to like my other friends who were in other departments, they tell me about getting to the hospital at 8 a.m. and then leaving at like 11. I had to be in the hospital from 6 a.m. What I mean is hold on, child. I don't mean I had to wake up at 6 a.m. I had to be in the hospital at 6 a.m. And this is my summer term. This is my summertime. I guess it's good because it prepares you for what being a doctor is actually like. You have to be in the hospital. I don't know what I just said. You have to be in the hospital. Wow. I really haven't done this in a while, huh? You have to be in the hospital at odd hours and stuff like this. But hey, I'm just a student. Lol. So we had to be, so I had to wake up way earlier so that I would be in the hospital at 6 a.m. and we'd finish at 4 p.m. To be fair, we actually never finished at 4 p.m. We would leave at like 3 or 3:30, latest actually 4. And my friends would tell me about how they went there at 8, and then when we are together at the tea break at like 10, they're telling me that they're going home and I have hours to go. Hours upon them hours. But I did my practice in the Department of Surgery for 2 weeks. It was quite the experience. It was draining. It was so tiring. I have this the fitness thing on my phone that like tracks the number of steps that you've walked. Sometimes I'd have 18,000 and wow, oh my god, that's new to me. Maybe to someone listening they think, oh, just 18,000 steps, that's a lot to me. That's a lot of walking. 18,000, 15,000 steps a day from just walking up and down the ward. We'd get there at 6 a.m. and then we'd like wash and clean all the patients. And then after that, you do a BP, like a vitals round. So you check their BP, you check their sugar, you check their oxygen saturation, because most of them are coming from surgery or getting ready to get into surgery. Then after that, you have to feed them. Then after that, you have to then after that, that's when the doctors come. And then you follow the doctors around, you follow them around, and they're speaking in Hungarian this whole time, so only the Lord can be your guide, you know? I mean, they do teach us Hungarian, and I can understand a little bit of Hungarian, but it's not that great, you know? And I think that when you're learning a language, you learn the formal version of the language, but people speak in slang, have words to shorten certain things, so you'll understand but not really, you know. um After you followed the doctors around, then we'd go for our break. And man, wow, by that time I just wanted to go home because it was just a lot. I never got to see any surgeries though. I would see like little corrective procedures in the ward where the doctor would come to remove stitches or to, I don't know, to correct things after the patient's surgery and stuff like this. Um, we would draw blood, would test for sugar. I say this right, and we would do injections and stuff like this. And you know, some of the patients would be so fascinated because I had to speak to them in Hungarian, at least to say, "Hey, hello, can I take your blood pressure and stuff like this?" And then they'd be so impressed. It's like a black girl speaking Hungarian, and then I'm like, "Yes, mama, black girl magic," and I have locks. But then I didn't have locks. I had these big twists and my cut outsides. And they would be so fascinated by my hair and they would want to touch my hair. And I'm like, we're in the hospital. You know, ish, wow, oh my God. And it was just basically, that was just a lot. I did it for 2 weeks, but it was a long 2 weeks. So that's where I was after exam season. After that, I considered coming back and recording episodes and stuff like this, but I just felt drained inside. I just wanted to take a break, you know, take some me time. I took the me time. I took all the me time that I needed. The whole summer I was meing basically, and I abandoned you guys, and I'm so sorry. But I'm back now. That's what's important. I'm back. I'm back like Musana. Um So yeah, that's what was happening. I summered. I went to Budapest for the summer. I literally went for just a weekend, and my best friend was over, so I spent some time with my best friend and stuff like this, and it was great. It was awesome. Um, and then school started again. 4 weeks ago, school started again, and now to try balance the starting again of school and the podcast, because I was getting a lot of like messages from you guys. When's the next podcast coming? Where is the podcast? And I really wanted to say, hey, don't stress me. But like I loved actually being stressed because it pushed me to get to a point where I organized my life. And I learned about this new thing called block scheduling. I don't think that it's new. I think it's just new to me. A friend of mine, Tanyara Zwa, shout out. She's the one who does the podcast art, um, and stuff like this. So she's the one who was like, block scheduling. Check it out on YouTube. And it's been helping. And look, I'm recording an episode because I'm organized now and I can balance my life. So I'm back in school, but don't worry. I'm going to try as hard as I can to be as consistent as possible so that you guys don't go so long without hearing my voice, which I think sounds raspy because I'm recovering from a cold. We praise God it's not COVID, but I'm recovering from a cold, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little raspy. It will be soothing next time I speak to you because I'm taking my vitamins and everything. So yes, this is where I've been, friends and family and devoted listeners, but I'm back and I'm so happy to be back. It feels new. It feels like the first time again. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening again. It really feels like the first time. Anyway, today we have a very interesting story. I got rejected by my crush. It was a long summer. That's all I'm going to say. Well, that's not all I'm going to say because I'm actually going to tell the story. But I got rejected by my crush. So let me tell you where the story is coming from. I saw this meme on Instagram that said, when guys ask you to find them a girlfriend, they actually want you. So I posted it on my Instagram story and I asked you guys for your opinion. Like, what are we saying? Is this true? Is this not true? And I got some really hilarious responses. And one of the responses prompted me to ask, imagine if it's your crush who's asking you to find them a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And then I remember, hey, I have a crush who's done that to me before. Might as well tell the story in a podcast episode, right? So we're gonna do things a little bit differently. Usually I tell you some funny story that's happened in my life and then a lesson that I've learned from it. And that lesson will probably come from the Bible as well. And that will be our word of the week. One of the things that I wanted to do through this podcast was share opinions. My opinion, your opinions. And I found a way to do that. So if I ask a question on my personal Instagram or the podcast Instagram and you guys respond, I have the opportunity to share your opinion. So I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to have your opinions and my opinion to your opinions and to the question itself. And through that, I'm going to speak about the story of how my crush rejected me. So that way, you can hear your voice in a way through my voice, though. You can hear your voice as in your opinion through the podcast. Because this is the first time I'm doing this, I don't have consent to say your names out loud or your usernames on Instagram. So I won't be sharing the usernames. But in future, I'll try and make a plan to get your consent, get consent from everybody who responds to say, do they want their username out there or do they want to remain anonymous? For this week, we are remaining anonymous. So the statement in question is, when boys ask you to find them a girlfriend, they actually want you. Here's my opinion. If you want me, come and tell me. Why are you asking me to find you a girlfriend? Why don't you just come and tell it like it is? Say it like it is. And a lot of the opinions of from the female population that responded to that question or statement was saying you have to tell us directly. I don't know why guys don't like to tell us things directly these days. Sometimes some of them are very, very direct. you know and sometimes it's too direct, but I actually appreciate someone being too direct than trying to hint. What are you hinting at? I'll be stupid, I'll play stupid, I'll play dumb, I'll play whatever until you decide to grab the opportunity by the balls and just to tell me exactly what you want to tell me. You can't be hinting things uh, at this age, at this day and time. We don't have time for that. We are grown. You can't be expecting me to understand the subliminals. They're not necessary. If you want me, come and tell me, baby. And with that being said, my DMs are open. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. But I'm joking, if you get what I mean. But yeah, tell me like it is, right? And like most of the females in the who responded had the same reaction. Like, tell me like it is. One person said, at his big age, he must be direct. I agree, sis. Someone else said, and I'm supposed to know that it's me you want. If you want me, say it with your chest. And if you want my friend, state which friend, so that I get you that friend. And these are all girls who were saying this. Another one said, say it with your chest or not at all. Come on, girl. Another one says, just ask me to be your girl, Ka, because inini I'll look for a girlfriend for you and you have to take that girlfriend. Violence, yeah, you have to date that girl that I find you because you're making me work for nothing. You actually want me and then you come doing via. This one said, I will act dumb until you say it with your chest. I'm with you, sis. This is what I will do. I will be oblivious. You have to say things with your chest. I mean, at the end of the day, this is, like I said, this is my opinion. So you're allowed to disagree with me. You're allowed to agree with me. In fact, you're allowed to challenge my opinion because I believe it is when your opinion is challenged that you grow, right? Me, I want a masculine man. This is what I want for myself. And if, to me, a masculine man is also one of his characteristics would be to be able to tell me things directly. So if you can't be telling me, if you're not telling me things directly, or if you can't tell me things directly, sweetie, are you really the man for me? You know? Someone else says, if you don't tell me straight up, I'll find you someone else. That's true. In fact, I won't just play dumb. I will actually try hook you up with one of my friends. If you're good enough for my friends, that is, because I have painting friends. That's the level we're rolling at. So yeah, these, like, I share the same opinion on these girls. If it does mean that, like, when a boy comes and says, find me a girlfriend, if you actually want me and you don't tell me, good luck. All the luck that is in the world I give unto you because you need it. And then, interesting enough, the male population that responded to this question had a totally different outlook. They said, when we ask you to find us a girlfriend, we want your friend. Excuse me? Excuse me? If you want my friend, then be direct about that as well. Tell me which one you want, and I'll tell you if you're good enough or not. Oh, well, not like that, but like, I'll tell you if it's possible or if it's impossible, you know? If it's impossible or if it's possible, I will tell you. But if you just tell me to look for a girlfriend for me, am I Tinder? Do I look like Tinder to you? Do I look like a dating application in human form? What do I look like to you? Don't be stupid. Just come and tell me tell me what you want. Tell me exactly what you want. You want my friend? Tell me. You know, these days, a lot of people keep their relationships private. So you might not even know that this person's in a relationship. What if my friend is in a relationship? I have to tell you to stop doing stupid things, you know? But if you don't tell me, then I set you up with Monica or Sylvie from the road. You can't blame me, because who do you think that I am? Anyway, I'm just saying this, but I actually believe that I'm a good matchmaker. I did a thing where I put of my friends together. Um, the guy won't ever admit it, but the female, she will. Shout out to you. They've been dating for 4 years after they met through me. So I'm a miracle worker when it comes to setting people up. But don't be coming to me. Just tell me what you want, right? So we can work with what you want. So the boys' opinions. Someone said, nah, he wants the homie, not you. Someone said, he's just bored and he wants to waste someone's time. This comment, okay, sweetie, you're bored and you want to waste time. Whose time are you wasting? Are you wasting my time or the person I'm going to find you? Whose time are you trying to waste? Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. This time wasting situation, we're not wasting people's time here. Okay, just drink your water and mind your business. He wants your friend. He wants your friend. This one just said cap. And then there were comments where the boys were saying, no, we are saying find us a girlfriend. Okay, honey, find you a girlfriend from where? Am I the internet? Who am I? To find you a girlfriend. I'm only but the child of the Most High. I've been given the action to perform miracles, but not this kind. And then someone said, you're being friend zoned. This is when things started going south for me in these comments. He said, you're being friend zoned. Someone said, this is the boy trying to politely tell you that there's no hope for us. I was triggered, guys. I was triggered. I said, oh, this has happened to me before. I had a crush on this handsome boy. I still think he's handsome. I won't tell you when, but I had a crush on this boy. I liked him, and when I like someone and I admit that I like them, then I like them, because I'm one of those people who's not going to admit that I like someone, which is hypocritical because I'm telling men to say it like it is. But I'm not trying to get my crush. Like, not yet. If I don't admit it yet, then I'm not at that level where I actually want to be with you, right? So I had a crush on this handsome boy. Oh, handsome. He was just flavorful. He was just flavorsome, guys. Oh my God. Honestly, to godly. Some people were created on this planet, and he's one of those people. So if some people were created, what about the others? They were created too, but there's a kind of distinction, lovely boy, kind, good, because I'm a sucker for kind people. I think everybody is. But I've heard of girls who actually like mean boys. I don't understand. Oh my gosh, so this guy and everything. So we were friends at the time, and we would talk and everything. Oh my gosh, can you hear the smile in my voice? We would talk and everything, and we'd spend time together here and there. And honestly, to godly, I could see my husband and my 3 kids already, and everything was so good and so great and so awesome. And yeah, and when you talk to someone and you feel like you're vibing, like, any minute now we could just take things to the next level, and we could just take things to the next level. Little did I know I was just living in a fantasy land of my own. This boy, we were joking around. You know me, I like to joke around. I like to laugh and all these fun things. This boy says, because there are no women around. Won't you find me a girlfriend? My father. Oh my God. I could not believe it. I was hurt. But Lao heard. They were heard you. I was heard. And he said, yeah, I want to find my girlfriend. They are women, this. And but your girl though was smooth about it. I said sometimes what you want is right in front of you. And I said it with my sultry voice. I was just trying to come at him. Hey. And then he said, I don't see them. I don't want to say it exactly the way he said it, because if he listens to this podcast, he's gonna know that it's him. But if you think it's you, maybe it is you. So, hi, baby. I play way too much. But yeah, so he says, I I don't see, I don't see her, or something like this. And I was right in front of him and I said, won't you open your eyes, sir? Won't you open your eyes? And, tried to make a joke about it. And it never actually, we just then laughed about it because that's what we do. And he's a great person and he's a great friend. But at that time, I was seeing a little bit more than just a friend, because, like I said, the Lord did the mighty things upon his son. And so that's how I got rejected by my crush. One would say that I'm a hypocrite for not directly saying to the boy, I want you. I'm of the opinion that women are not built for this thing. Women are not built for rejection. So I can't just. I mean, that to me felt like rejection. And maybe if I actually go and tell him that I want him, maybe something could happen. But I'm not built for that. I'm built to be chased. I'm the prey. He is the predator. He must come after me. I can do the dropping of the hints, but the men can't drop hints. Sounds a little funny, but hey, it is what it is. It is what I said, and I said it. If you have another opinion, come at me. I'm so ready for you. But yeah, that's how I got rejected. So I posted the question, what if it's your crush? What will you do? And here are some of the responses. The responses were so hilarious. I was like, whoa, I wish I was this wise when I was rejected by my ex, because maybe, just maybe, I would have used some of these lines. Someone said, my heart will just drop. Ndonzwa chando mukati, fake excitement. Ndonzwa chando mukati means I'd feel cold inside. So basically, when you receive bad news, there's a Shona expression that you feel cold, like chills inside of you. Someone else said, wrap yourself in a gift box and surprise them. I don't know if there's, okay, I'm short, so there probably is a box that is my height, and I just do DPD delivery. Hi, you have a package, and then they open the package and surprise, it's me. Might even put myself in the case here, Barbie doll. I don't know. Someone said, simple. I'll find them a girlfriend. I am the girlfriend. This is powerful. Someone said, ndinovunza kuti ini ndiri musikana wani. And then, so this basically means I'll tell them that I'm the girl. And honestly, I tried that, guys. It did not work for me. So anyone with any other suggestion as to how I can get my crush to like me, well, I don't know if he's my crush anymore. I haven't really thought about it in a while. Your girl's just out here living her life, so I don't have time for crushes. But anyone with any tips on how a girl can get a crush, like if anyone's gotten their crush and you're a girl, DM me. We could do an episode together because I want to hear your story. I want to hear how you did it. I actually did do. I mean, I actually did. I actually do want to hear your story. I want to know how you ended up with your crush, because life is not fair, So if you've actually ended up with your crush because you told them that you like them, DM the Al Boost podcast. DM at Al Sawaz, spelled AL_SAWAZ. I'm serious. I really want to hear the story. And maybe we could do an episode and you could tell the people how you succeeded. Because I failed. I told him that his girl was right in front of him. And he just was like, no, I don't see. How do you not see? You don't have eyes? I'm right in front of you, baby. But hey, I'm not angry. I'm not bitter either. I'm just saying. Yeah, so from all of this, the conclusion of my opinion is, if you want something, ask for it, go for it. And that's where our ooh wow is going to be coming from, right? And I'm going to take it from Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 and 8. And I'm going to be reading from the Passion Translation. And it says, ask and the gift is yours. Seek and you'll discover. Knock and the door will be opened for you. For every persistent one will get what he asks for. Every persistent seeker will discover what he longs for. and everyone who knocks persistently will one day find an open door. Somebody say, bless the word of the Lord. Bless the word of the Lord. Okay, so if you want something, ask for it. Ask and it will be given unto you. Knock and the door will be open, and seek and you shall find, right? This is not only to do with relationships, this is to do with everything you want in life. You want to be more organized, find ways on YouTube or anyway, or talk to someone who's more organized than you, and they'll tell you how they're doing it. Want to make money in your 20s? Google it. There's billions of ways to make money online in your 20s, or to make money in your 20s. You want to get closer to God? Pray. You want to get closer to God? Read your word. You want to get closer to God? Talk to someone you know has a good relationship with God and ask them how they're doing it. You want to be able to balance all that stuff in your life: prayer, reading the word, med school, after school activities, a podcast. Ask someone else who has a schedule that's just as busy. Ask, and the solution will be given unto you. You want God to do something for you? Ask God for it. James chapter 4 verse 2 and 3. Somebody say sermon. Says one of the reasons why you have not is because ye ask not. Ye have not because ye ask not. So sometimes one of the reasons that we don't have what we are asking for, take note, I said one of the reasons, because if you actually open the Bible in James chapter 4 from verse 1 to about 5ish, it tells you other reasons why you don't have things you're asking for, like your motive is wrong and you're envious of people and stuff like this. But that's not the topic of today. The topic of today is you just don't have because you're not asking, right? So ask for what you want. Ask for what you want and you will get it, right? Then if you read further in Matthew chapter 7 Matthew chapter 7 verse 9 and 10, it'll and 11, I'm going to just read it because it's just striking to me as well. Do you know of any parent who would give his hungry child who asked for food a plate of rocks instead? Or when asked for a piece of fish, what parent would offer his child a snake instead? If you, imperfect as you are, know how to lovingly take care of your children and give them what's best, how much more ready is your heavenly Father to give you wonderful gifts to give wonderful gifts to those who ask him? Which means you have to ask him. And all the gifts that God gives are good and perfect because God himself is good and perfect, right? And it says so here that if your mother, your friend, your whoever can give you good gifts, what more the one who created the universe? What more the one who sits in the circumference of himself? What more the Alpha and the Omega? What more your creator? He can give you wonderful gifts. To who though? To those who ask him. So our ooh wow of the world, I miss saying that, ooh wow. Our ooh wow of the week is ask and it shall be given unto you. Ask and the gift is yours. Seek and you'll discover. Knock and the door will be opened for you. Right, guys? It was so good. So good to be back. And I promise I'm going to at least try, but I'm going to be more consistent from now on because your girl is growing up and your girl can balance life now. So it was so good to be back. Thank you so much for listening. May God bless you and may God increase you. And before I go, remember to like, comment, and to subscribe. Remember to download, favorite, and rate 5 stars wherever you're listening from. There's different things that you do in different places. And share with a friend, or 5 or 10 or even 15 if you have a lot of friends. Tell them the L Boost podcast is back, baby, and it's hotter than ever before. And if they haven't listened to the episodes before, or if you haven't listened to the episodes before, child, what are you doing, child? You need to catch up. You need to get with the program because we're about to move and just move forward, right? So again, may God bless you and may God increase you. Bye. Bye.